Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2020 general reading. We are looking at the first half of August from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome everyone. I hope you're safe and well. I hope you continue to stay safe and well, and that you are as emotionally stable as possible. I always laugh when I say that because things are so fluid and fluctuating and changing. It's been such a crazy, unprecedented sort of year. And what was true last week can sometimes not be true this week, and on and on. So I hope all of you are being good to yourselves and each other and trying to stay grounded as possible. Give yourselves a break. Do some silly, fun stuff on a regular basis to kind of keep you sane. But thanks for being here today and for all that you do in support of this channel. Likes, shares, subscribes, your donations, every little bit helps. Thank you so much. Even if it's just taking the time to tune in to the videos and hit that subscribe button. So this reading is for Libra from August 1st through the 15th. So that's Libra Sun, Moon, Rising. If your Venus is in Libra, if you're cross-watching for a Libran, watch all of your signs if you know them. They can give additional perspective and insight into what's going on in your life. And if any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow which will pull down information. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me. I can usually respond with more information within the same day or the next 24 hours. I offer a wide variety of readings in all main areas of life. And I do readings full-time. It's all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules and my own to get those readings set up in as timely a fashion as is possible. So email me. I look forward to hearing from you. All right, let's move right into this reading. Libra, first half of August. I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale. If I clarify, I will probably use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Libra. We begin, I think Gemini had this too. Maybe it was Aquarius. We have the Hanging Man, followed by the Knight of Wands. You're being patient and waiting, but you really don't want to. We have the Seven of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Wands, and from the bottom of the deck, I'm going to take that. We have the Six of Swords, and what popped out with it was the Queen of Swords. So you, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, showing up as a queen, but could be a male as well. Could be another air sign that's, you know, somehow significant in this or influential. Healing. Moving away from choppy waters, basically, and doing it because it's the most practical thing. It's the thing that makes the most sense, which the Queen and the King of Swords is very good at doing. Long road behind this person. Some of it's been quite difficult and quite challenging. It's given her a wealth of experience and a really low tolerance for idiots and BS. She's all about, I mean, she's nurturing because she's a queen. She has feelings like everyone else, but her life experience has taught her to value truth and wisdom and what makes sense and what is actually real than anything else. And healing, the Six of Swords, moving away from what would be choppy waters behind her and into a place, into waters that are more balanced, serene, calm, taking the thoughts with her, which is what swords represents, air, perspectives, belief systems, ideologies. So it's transitional. You're in some kind of healing process. You're in some kind of process of moving away from something, you know, difficult or conflictive or challenging. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but you're definitely moving towards that. There's always a bit of a bittersweet energy to this. I mean, the healing process, it sounds so nice. You're in the healing process, you know. But the healing process can be painful, especially the initial stages. When you think about, you know, surgery, you're doing it, you're having the surgery so that you can be better. But healing and recovering can be painful, especially in those early days or early weeks. You know, you have good days, you have bad days. But overall, you're definitely moving towards a better place, even if you have those up and down times. You're not quite on solid ground yet, but you're definitely moving towards that, which is probably why, you know, we have this sort of waiting energy, because you're still watching things play out here. Maybe gaining some new information and not taking action yet. You know, you're still kind of getting new information, watching things play out, perhaps feeling like you're in stasis and limbo. And perhaps some of you may be having to let go of feelings or ideas or a belief system that you thought about this particular situation, whether it includes other people or not. You know, that you may have to let go of what you previously saw or felt around this situation because of this new information and watching things play out. You know, maybe letting go of expectations or, you know, a belief system. I don't, it's kind of like believing someone to be a certain way, and because of how things play out or watching them over a period of time, getting to know them, you have to kind of let go of what you thought previous. That's what is kind of, I feel, going on in this situation. You're having to also, because of what you're seeing happen, you're actually letting go of maybe how you felt about some people because their behaviors are changing the way you're looking at them. So underneath, interesting, must be very specific for someone. Yeah, it feels like a person or people that you've been invested in or part of, but something is playing out which to me looks quite, I don't know, nasty and ugly, maybe kind of immature, but still kind of nasty. And maybe you're like, wow, I didn't know they were like that. And so letting go of those assumptions you had. It could be a situation, but it feels like there's people there too, and they're being very petty. So underneath that hanging man, we have the Knight of Wands, the fastest of all four of the knights because he's governed by the element of fire. He rushes forward very quickly, very spontaneously, very impulsively because he's very single-minded and focused. He might be fighting a bit of a battle inside Libra of wanting to just either move forward and act in some certain way or just run away in a certain way. It looks like you're in the midst of a healing process. That's what you're focused on, this slow but steady kind of healing. You may have this sense going on while you're watching something play out that you just want to like get on the horse. It's not this nice slow steady pace of the boat. You just want to get on this horse and just ride as fast as you can out of this situation. Some of you, it might be a little bit on the opposite. You just want to like rush in and do something or solve this or get involved in it. Now, next to that, we have this, but wait, because there's contemplation here. And this is right next to the hanging man as well. So while you're hanging there, maybe letting go of assumptions you had and watching things play out and gaining new clarity and perspective as you're watching. Right here is the Seven of Pentacles, which is also a card of taking stock, taking inventory, looking at what you have invested in a crop, i.e. a person, a relationship, a situation, a job, whatever it is for you. And how much have you gotten out of it versus what you've put into it? Does it justify your efforts? Can you justify staying there? Can you make it better? Will it make any difference? Should you just take what you can, harvest the crop, and then leave and go find somewhere else a new crop to invest in, something like that? Why? Because we have the Five of Wands here. Conflict, competition. It can represent rather petty energy. It can also represent healthy competition, but I'm getting just an oily, icky feeling off of this. It is somewhat petty, but it can still be negative and harmful. I mean, the people in this circle, they're not using real weapons, they're using practice weapons. They're sparring with each other. But it means that there's no, it's circular fighting, circular argument, maybe the same thing over and over again, nobody winning, nobody losing, but nobody's like, elevating themselves and going, hey guys, come on, what's really important here? It just keeps going on and on and on. And it can be rather petty, and this can represent like, stupid drama, office politics, rumors, gossip, rumor mongering, that kind of backbiting, nasty, petty energy. So it feels like, Libra, you're kind of in this situation where you feel like you're not sure, like you're healing from it, or, and you want to be continue to heal from it, but yet there's something about it which you're still attached to, or maybe you feel kind of chained to, even though there might be this sensation of wanting to run forward and do something and wanting to just run away from it, but you're still looking at it and asking yourself, okay, I have all this time or all this X, whatever, fill in the blank, invested in this situation, this person, this group of people, whatever it is. You're trying to figure out if staying to try and make it better is justified, or if you should just take what you can, whether it's things or just the lessons, and move on, right? So what to do? I sort of feel like you ought to keep going. I mean, like with your own healing process. But let's clarify. Let's clarify this Five of Wands. What is this conflictive energy about? Ooh, two cards jumped out. Oh, egg. Okay, so what is all this conflictive energy about? The Devil and the Tower. It looks pretty ugly. I don't typically see the Five of Wands energy because it is a five. It's one of the minor pip cards. I don't usually see this attached to the Tower. But sometimes energy which starts off rather petty and nasty can, you know, blow up into something, some major game-changing, ending things kind of event that the Tower card implies. You know, particularly if it's rumors or gossip, you know, it can start off as just this sort of, you know, a little rumor gossip, whether it's small-minded or not, but it can really cause some pretty disastrous things happening, you know, like ruin people's reputations and lives and things like that. It looks like that's what is, or maybe it might be part of what's playing out. And the Devil, but the Devil represents significant, profound imbalance. It can represent addictions, drugs, alcohol addiction, sex, gambling, shopping, overworking, toxic negative relationships, obsessive, a really obsessive energy, temptations and vices. Basically, the Devil represents things that we feel we're chained to, that we can't get away from, or the things that we keep returning to over and over again, particularly in difficult times, which are bad for us. Even if the thing itself isn't bad, it's the amount of whatever of our energy that we invest in it, which is the nature of addiction. So this looks really nasty. It looks like, what it feels like to me, Libra, is, I mean, to me it looks like you should just exit this situation, because it looks like it has the potential to turn into something really unpleasant. And I'm trying to say it nicely because I try not to swear on my channel. This just looks like it's just buggered bollocks. It's just, it looks nasty. And this looks like what this may have the potential to turn into. Well, let's see what Spirit thinks you should do. What is the best way for Libra to navigate through this energy, at least for the first half of August? Advice, guidance, feedback for Libra. Like, this looks like something which might start out on a small level, but just blow up into something, you know. I'm going to say it again. Unpleasant. Extremely unpleasant. All right. Eight of Cups. Ten of Wands. Well, that's pretty darn clear. Eight of Cups. Turn your back, leave, walk away. It doesn't even matter where you're going to at this point. This is a card of turning your back, leaving, and walking away from something, because even though, you know, it may have started off to be something else, you may have thought when you first started tasting and drinking from these cups, oh, this will be great, or oh, this could be this, or this could be that. You know, you've sampled enough of them, maybe not all of them, but you've sampled enough of them to know, you know, this really isn't for me. So I'm going to get dressed, put my traveling clothes on, my coat, my hat, my walking stick, my boots, and I don't even know if he's wearing boots, I can't see. But he's ready to go. It's about turning your back and leaving and walking away. It's pretty clear what Spirit thinks you should do here. But of course, free will, you could stay, but the Tower card, Devil, I would vote no. and the Ten of Wands. This is a long-held, heavy burden. Tens represent cycle completion. This is something you need to dump, something you need to put on. You don't need to be taking, you're already taking your thoughts and experience and lessons with you. You don't need to be adding all of this extra weight, this Ten of Wands. This needs to be done. This burden needs to be dropped. It's not yours to carry anymore. Take the best of what you can from it, even if it's nothing more than just the value of the lessons learned, what not to do next time, what to do next time, if there ever is something like this again. But it's pretty clear, Spirit's advice. It's time to go. I mean, it's time to exit yourself from this situation. Gracefully or not gracefully, it's just time to go. Pretty clear. Wow, Libra. Wonder what this is. Okay. Libra, that is your reading for the first half of August. I hope you found it useful and helpful. I mean, it's not, as I've heard it put by another reader before, it's not a rainbows and skittles kind of reading, but life isn't like that all the time. So, I mean, it's not horrible. It just looks like you're already maybe in the process of moving away from something or trying to exit something and get over something. I don't know if that Tower card and Devil is something that already happened before and you're kind of healing from that. You know, but there's still all this kind of churny energy around you, and it looks like you're trying to figure out, you know, should I, you know, I've been in this for this long, this is what I have invested in it, should I stay, should I do something, should I, but no, Spirit is saying quite clearly that it's time for you to pull yourself out. You can stay, I mean, free will, free agency, but if this Tower card, Devil card energy hasn't happened yet, I wouldn't want to be hanging around when it does. So that's it. So I hope that you found that useful at least, or helpful. Again, if any of these readings resonate with you, you'd like to reach out and take a deeper look at something, just feel free to email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. You can also get that info, contact details by clicking on that little arrow, that description link. You'll see my email address there. I'll see you all in a couple of weeks for the August mid-month readings. Please stay safe and well until then. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.